And I'm Alvin Kamau with another weather update with the severe storms expected as we head towards our Friday. We are still in that enhanced risk for severe weather, and we are going to talk about that right now. The severe thunderstorms that we are expecting on Friday. Here is the timing from the National Weather Service. Friday afternoon and early evening, mainly from 2 to 9 p.m. The locations. The entire area will have a threat for severe storms, and confidence is high that at least scattered severe storms will impact portions of the area. How widespread the severe weather is and where more favored areas will be for severe weather is basically still a question mark. And basically what the National Weather Service is saying is confidence is high that we will have scattered severe storms across the area, but how widespread they'll be is basically that huge question mark. And that's why we're still in that enhanced risk for severe weather. Now, the tornado potential is still there, but it isn't as high as it is to our north. The max wind gust basically meaning whatever storm is the strongest out of all the storms we may see tomorrow could reach 70 to 80 miles per hour. Our max hail size with the strongest severe thunderstorms that do develop in our area could be up to the size of golf balls. So that is something that we are going to be keeping an eye on. Again, the timing is Friday afternoon and early evening, mainly 2 to 9 p.m. And again, this is at least scattered severe storms. We are still unsure how widespread it will be. We'll continue to monitor that really carefully, as tomorrow is that day for severe weather. But let's talk about the severe weather ingredients before I start breaking down more of those threats for severe weather. We have shear, we have lift, we have instability being our question mark, and we have moisture. The reason why instability is our question mark is because early morning clouds and rain could limit the threat for severe weather. But if it doesn't and we get those sunny skies, then severe weather will be likely, basically meaning then you would have to check the instability. And so we don't know how much instability we will have, and that's why we're still questionable of, is this really going to be a severe weather event in the St. Louis area? So that is something we're going to be keeping an eye on. I got this from the National Weather Service in Lincoln, Illinois, and this is because I'm looking at the tornado probabilities and looking at where we really need to be focused on. St. Louis, we have that chance for severe weather, but our far northern counties, extreme northern counties, have a small chance of maybe getting more than just an isolated tornado. And I'll be keeping an eye on that very, very carefully. As you can see, that does impact parts of our coverage area right there, that hatched risk for supercells that potentially could produce tornadoes as we go through our day on Friday. Now, our wind is really what we're going to be keeping an eye on really carefully. This moves a little bit more south into our coverage area, more of our northern counties. Significant wind gust north of Litchfield is possible, up to 75 miles per hour or higher. This hatched area just north of Litchfield, just north of our St. Louis area, could have a greater chance of winds 75 miles per hour or higher. So almost hurricane force wind gust, and you can see way up to the north, you can see that purple. That's where the threat gets even higher. But it's all about that hatched risk. And so we're going to be keeping an eye on the tornado threat, but the main show with this, if you don't get hail, if you don't get tornadoes, will be those wind gusts. And basically the wind gust could gust either from 60 miles per hour or those strong storms that we could get in the St. Louis area if we have enough instability, 70 to 80 miles per hour. Again, we're still in an enhanced risk for severe weather. Stay with your local news for the latest updates on severe weather. Stay with me on my Twitter page as we continue to fine-tune this forecast. And of course, there's nothing really much to fine-tune because we're literally, tomorrow is the day for potentially severe weather. But again, It's that instability. Do we have that instability there? And that is our question. We'll be keeping an eye on this very carefully for you in the St. Louis area. St. Louis, we're going to be monitoring that wind threat and potentially that tornado threat that right now it is at a medium category. And our max wind gust tomorrow, could it be 70 to 80 miles per hour? The least about 60 miles per hour, and then maybe some penny quarters or golf ball size hail if those supercells become strong enough. I'm Alvin Kamau. Thank you for watching this weather video, and we will have coverage of the severe weather event potentially tomorrow depending on what happens. So potentially I may come back on tomorrow with another update, but stay with your local news because they will release another weather update for you guys coming up very shortly if you are watching this video as a premiere. I'm Alvin Kamau. Stay safe, stay healthy.